Et Fork, then lands in between. Ages ago, in the time of relative stability, there was a gambler, dog-nosed, two-faced, a smile brimming from his lips. He cast the world in darkness, gave it light, salted the lands, and gave them life. Made good, made evil, and made the nuance, which is the gray. Gave us the purpose we have today and the uncertainty we have for tomorrow. The Gnomish people were the first of the realm. They had come from the in-between after all. Refugees from the certainty, and into the uncertainty they went. And they loved it. They loved the destruction. They loved the chaos, refining it into something that made sense, to them at least. Their magic was made of uncertainty, their works made from the burning of the world around, and their hope, if they were allowed it, would be to burn they veil down and allow for the chaos to enter into that other world. The orcs were two from that first realm. However, as the Gnomish people came in first, most likely due to their short stature, these second people came much more reluctantly. They enjoyed the certainty of the realm, and it irritated them for their unfortunate neighbors to drag them in, first as weapons of war, but then they broke free, just as the master's works had planned. Soon a war did break out, a war the Gnomish people did lose, and one that the orcs were less too keen to commit to. So instead, they retreated into the halls of the mountain, knitting clans together that cried for their past. And every so often, those outside those hallowed halls were irked the orcs and forced them to show why they are so good at war. The elves were said to not been from the lands of Et Fork, but were the first primitive people that were birthed as the gods did cry into this first world. Yet, when they did bloom like the flowers, they found their first sight to be the smile of the two-faced gambler. What is our purpose? The elves did demand. To love and marry, he did reply. And so they did. The oldest of the elves, the pure breed, survived the longest, forming fashions of civilization on the riverbeds. They pleasured in the uncertainty of the realm, ventured and gathered and formed great nations. As they spread further from their cradle, they lost their essence and connection to the land. They became more numerous, more human. Even further on they went, they bred. They eventually became something new, goblin. And so the three castes were made. And what are the others, you might ask? The Jinn of the four corners of the realms, the deserts beyond the side of the veil, who collect the dead and honor them with undeath. What of the halflings, those gnomish people that bred with elf and human and goblin to get a yearning for life? What of the dwarves, who are orcs that curiously left their land and become closer to the realm they have so much disdain for? And what of the dog-faced gnolls who take glee of being divine in the race of their two-faced gambling god? So much to say, and yet so little time. Enter the world. That's the only true way to find out.